How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Cobra Kai Studios for another fan questions debate video. This one's going to be trying to do a 30-minute video because we got a lot to go over, and I don't want to split it up and me have to do it one video every other day. It gets hard for me to get them uploaded the way I'd want to, and the consistency. There's a little Dan and everything going on. He's all like, huh? Don't blame it on me. But we're going to get right into this. So this one might be a 30-minute video. I'm going to do it in 3 sections of, like 11-minute videos just in case it doesn't work, but I'm going to try my best because I'd like to hang out and do a little bit of a longer, premiere, and I can't do it live, unfortunately, like I planned because everything's just kind of really hectic right now with my store, and I just ain't really got this area in time to do it right this second. So until we can do it live, we're going to do this, but we're going to get right into it with PG. This is the first comment. Well, you know my theory from the last video, bro, but here's something else. I just had a crazy idea. Can it be that Silver paid the ref off to play along with the Miguel injury? Because I think Silver talked to Miguel about knowing where his father is at. So nobody suspected that Miguel was actually faking it because he chose family over the trophy and Tori is just a fake lead. That's a great comment, PG. And actually, I do think that Miguel faked his injury. I actually thought that from the very beginning. You can even ask my wife when we watched it. I was even like, that was kind of odd. It just didn't seem... It did but didn't. Like, they tried to hype it up like it was real, but then the way Miguel was acting prior to going into the tournament and then actually getting to the tournament, there was a lot of kind of red flags for that, but maybe not. Maybe that's just the way they wanted it to be, so that way the creators get us puzzling, get us thinking about some ideas and things that could be happening, what they planned and what Silver might have been doing behind the scenes, because there I think is a lot that we don't know that Silver's done, and I think we'll find out. I mean, just think about it. It's very, you got to think about it. Where did Miguel get the money and everything to go to Mexico? How did that all take place? There's a lot that's kind of not answered that Silver could be the answer behind some of these questions. And I didn't even think about it, honestly, PG. I didn't think about Silver possibly being the reason that Miguel is going to Mexico. But now that you brought it up, maybe that was his extra way of making sure he's going to win the tournament. What better way to get Miguel, to lose his, everything, balance, everything going on at the time, and focus, than to be like, hey, I know you're looking for your dad, so I can help. But I don't know. I don't know if Miguel would trust Silver, though. It is a very puzzling one, though, and nonetheless, PG, that's a very good comment. And a really good theory. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possible that Silver was behind everything with Miguel? I honestly do think Miguel kind of faked his injury there. Maybe he did kind of get a little hurt, as they said it was a muscle pull, but I think he over-exaggerated the whole not able to fight. But, we knew things were off with our boy. Things were off with Miguel from kind of the beginning of the season, so it's not too shocking, honestly, that happened. So, but let me know what you think. We got to get on to the next one. I know this is taking a little bit of time for just this one question. So let's get on to the next one, because otherwise we might be here for an hour. On to the next one from C19. Relating to my comment about Season 5 being a transitional season, I think a lot will be accomplished, but I think it will be a setup for the final season of the show, bringing in the next Karate Kid villains and heroes. A lot of people are actually really thinking that Season 6 is going to be the end of Cobra Kai, and, it might be. There's only so much you can conclude in a story before you start to run out of really good ideas to throw in there. So, I don't know. I do know there's a big talk about, a possible spin-off or spin-offs, so maybe that's where they're going to go with this. I don't know. But it is exciting to kind of think about, I don't know. What do you guys think? On to the next one, if this phone will work with me. Come on now. Comment from Aaron Grace. Theory. Will there be a memorial service and reading for Sid? I think there will be of some sort because they're going to have to bring that up. There's no way they can just let it, drift away into the show that Sid died and there's no real way to bring it back into the show. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a way. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's very possible. Honestly, I think it's possible to see some kind of something. And I don't know how that'll affect Johnny in the show. Probably not too much. But maybe it will. That was his only dad he really knew, so I don't know. On to the next one from Aaron. Theory. Sam will get mad at her dad for letting Tori join Miyagi-Do. Well, let's assume first that Tori actually joins Miyagi-Do. I could definitely see Sam throwing the biggest hissy fit in the world if that was to happen. There's no way around that. If that was to happen, Sam would throw a temper tantrum galore. And for good reason. Her and Tori are not friends at all. They don't get along. They've hated each other in a sense since Season 1. Or not Season 1, but since Tori was introduced to Cobra Kai. So, it's been an on and off thing with them, too. And I don't know that they'll ever fully be best friends, I guess you could say. They might not hate each other come the end of the show, but there's some things with them that I think really have to be worked out before they ever start to become friends or anything close to that matter. On to the next one. From Lisa Barrett, I love this video. Season 4 did have a lot of good scenes. Thank you. It sure did. They had a lot of good stuff. They had a lot of stuff that could have been better, but it was still a great season nonetheless. I'm excited to see where Season 5 goes, huh, little Dan? Season 5, huh? We're ready for Season 5 already. On to the next one. Theory from Aaron Grace. Sam will go to the Tori's apartment to fight Tori, but she will see Tori's mom in the bed. I think if Sam got to see the perspective of what all Tori goes through, it might help her understand why Tori is the way she is. But I don't know if Sam would ever really behave the way she should towards Tori. So I don't know that it would really play too big of a importance for her to do that or not. But if she did, I think it could help Sam at least understand why Tori is the way she is and how things ended up being the way they are. On to the next one from C19. Theory. I think Robbie will have his redemption story and come back to win the All Valley with Eagle Fang, assuming they move the All Valley so that kids compete, so the kids can compete again. I don't know that we're going to see another All Valley. I've been wondering about that too, if the All Valley is done as far as, I don't know, because the way they made it seem, especially with the new characters, I don't know. I think we might get another All Valley, honestly, of some sort. And even if it's in a spin-off, or if it's just, not even with our main characters, because say they're over 18 in the show, but as of right now, they're still all technically qualified to actually participate, so I don't know. It's kind of a tough debate, though, because really, should there be another All Valley, or where we're left at now, should that be the end? And there should be some other something that happens moving forward to show the dominance of whatever's dojo or in the rivalry, whatever be the case. Blush you, little man. Blush you. On to the next one from Aaron Kreese. John Kreese will team up with Daniel and Johnny. I've thought about this because, really, where does he have to go now? But I don't think either Johnny or Daniel would accept Kreese. No matter the situations, no matter the terms, Kreese is the reason this all happened. It's his fault. It's what he gets, is how I could see them saying it. And I don't know that's how they would be, because, Johnny and Daniel aren't exactly the same persons they used to be either. So it might not be like that, but it might. I don't know. That's an iffy one. What do you guys think? I maybe Kreese could, maybe. I find it hard to see Kreese fitting in with Daniel and Johnny in any kind of way that would work out. On to the next one from Aaron. Theory, will there be a new school fight between Anthony and Kenny? Yes, I think there's going to definitely be a fight between Anthony and Kenny. He's already said it. Watch out. Kenny's already told him. He's already warned him, basically. It's kind of one of those things that, there's going to be some issues. And I think it's going to be one of those things that Anthony's going to be the one that gets in trouble. Because you got to think, they already know Anthony to be the bully. They know Kenny to be the one bullied on. They're not going to take Anthony's side right away anymore. And I think it's going to be very conflictable in Season 5, just because of that alone. What do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be some issues with Kenny and Anthony? As far as who's portrayed as the bully to the school's eyes? Because I could definitely see them still thinking Anthony is the bully 100% of the way. So, I think that's going to be some very interesting conflicts between the two. On to the next one from Cobra Kai World. Imagine Tori doing the kata. I think that Tori has a lot of progression in this show and series in general. So, I wouldn't be too shocked. Not even going to lie. On to the next one from Aaron. Terry Silver would teach the Cobra Kai students the Quicksilver method. We didn't see it in Season 4. We got to see it in Season 5. Especially with him being the only sensei now. Kreese ain't there to tell him, hey, you're pushing too hard, or you're doing this, that. It's all on Silver now. Silver calls the shots, and Silver's going to make some things really crazy. I know it. On to the next one. From Kenny Valdivia. Good theories. Thank you. On to the next one from Aaron. Sam will put Tori in the hospital. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if Sam can actually put Tori in the hospital. I know there's been some crazy fights between them two already, but Tori still can fight. She can fight. So, I don't know if I'd say that that's something I would agree with or not. Honestly, Aaron. Tough one. 100% tough. I don't know. That one's a good one to think about, though. Theory. Tori will tell Daniel and Johnny that Terry Silver paid off the referee. I don't think that she'll tell them. I actually think she's going to tell Amanda, honestly, in my opinion. Now, she might tell Johnny and Daniel. I think she's going to tell Amanda, and I think Amanda will break it to Daniel. And then, of course, Johnny will end up finding out because, But I personally think that's how that'll go. Don't know if that's how it'll be, but I think that's how it'll go. What do you guys think? Who's going to tell who about the whole situation? Because I don't think Tori's going to keep quiet. She might, but I don't think she'll keep quiet. Maybe she will. Maybe she'll only tell a few, friends or close, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a very hard one. Okay, so we're reaching the 10-minute part, so there might be a bit of a cut here blending the two videos, but let me start part 2. Alrighty, on to the next one from Mr. Bay Area. Hey, Sensei, what do you think of the chances of Julie Pierce being Tori's mother? And how do you think that would change aspects of Daniel, Sam, and Tori's world? I don't know. You know, after the seasons we're at now and everything we've been through with the show and every season, finally getting to see Tori's mom's aspect. Not really see Tori's mom, but know that she's a person that's there, and they kind of talked about her. You know, we know she's sick. I don't know that I'd say that it was Julie Pierce, though. I feel like if it was, maybe they would have revealed that earlier, but maybe not, considering they kind of it seems like they had an understanding of where they wanted to go with Cobra Kai prior to ever doing Cobra Kai, considering they've, stated they have enough material for 6 seasons. I think it's very possible that she could play a role. I just don't think it'd be Tori's mother, honestly. I don't think it'd end up being Tori's mother, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's always possible, but nonetheless, a good question, Mr. Bear. Or, well, more of a theory, not really a question. On to the next one. My other question, do you think there's going to be a big dynamic between Johnny, Robbie, and Miguel when they are in Mexico? I do think there's going to be something Miguel and Robbie are not going to get along, no matter what the situation is, whether he's there to help him with Johnny, he's not going to see it that way. He's going to see it maybe as him trying to just bond with Johnny, and it's not really no motive for him, so he's not going to care in that kind of a sense, is how I think Miguel will react. Now, the whole 3 of them together is kind of something that needs to happen because it gives them all a chance to kind of grow, especially as, the seasons are progressing. We need some kind of a closure between them two, especially since they've been at each other's necks since season 1. So it will be kind of interesting to see if they do get along, if they do go together in Mexico, or if it's just going to be one huge, constant rival battle until they get back home. What do you guys think? On to the next one from Melissa Pass. Cobra Kai Studio, this was a brilliant live stream tonight. I have a theory. Let me know what you think. And thank you as well. Theory. Tori confronts Silver over what she saw and heard, till the ref, and threatens to go to the LaRussos, but Silver stops her and tells her that he was only making sure that she didn't lose to the LaRusso girl a 3rd time, and that it wasn't really cheating. All it was just a little extra insurance that if the LaRussos found out, Daniel and the board will take Tori's win and her trophy away from her and give it to his daughter, even though she, Tori, deserves it way more. Silver will also manipulate her with her mom and her brother by using his money and power, telling her that he could help her with her problems by getting her mom into a better facility where they could treat her dialysis better, and they have the best lawyers in his back pocket on speed dial. That will get her custody of her brother, and now that he's expanding, he's going to need more senseis and offers her a position as a sensei. Thinking it over, she reluctantly accepts and agrees to keep quiet about him bribing the ref. Oh, that's an interesting one about how Tori won't tell anybody about what happened, because a lot of people are wondering how that's going to go. Like, who's she going to tell? Is she going to tell Amanda? Is she going to tell Johnny or Daniel? I never thought of it going that way. That's actually a really interesting theory that could actually play out, honestly. We've seen Silver be very crooked so far, so what's going to stop him from going the extra mile to pretty much blackmail Tori, in a sense, into keeping her trophy and helping her parents, and maybe giving her her own dojo as a sensei. That could be enough to actually keep her from saying anything. It's going to really depend on Tori's character development as far as where she wants to be as a person, So, nonetheless, that's a very good comment, Melissa. It's a hard one to really answer, though, because, it could go both ways. On to the next one from PG. Crazy that just now every channel is doing a video on this. I left my theory on that already 2 weeks ago on Strike First Media and else. And I must say, I was 100% right about the guy that got it translated, and it's the Demuck, just like in Bloodsport. That's why it was on the show as an Easter egg. I would have done a video on that already, but I don't know about the YouTube stuff. And I think Chosen is going to use it on Silver to finish him, or the other way around if Silver steals it. But anyway, it must be Kreese who gets in the middle and takes the hit, and might die by protecting Silver or even Daniel. I think that it will all happen in the original Cobra Kai dojo, and we'll get a replay of Karate Kid 3 with the mocking, etc. Chosen will be the Mr. Miyagi at the scenes. So I say, spoiler. That is true. That is really crazy that you pretty much did predict that down to the T. Like, it's on my channel, it's on one of my videos, it's on many people's videos. So nice job there for sure, PG. Definitely awesome that you got that one right. And, there's no telling what else we're going to see. And I think there's more Easter eggs that they hid in Season 4 that no one's really picked up on yet. One of them being one that I found that I got to double check other channels. It's taking me a while to make sure, doing the search the topic. No one's talked about it yet. So I'm going to make a video on it. Now, it could just be a random thing that, my brain thinks of stuff sometimes that it's always thinking of things. So it could just be nothing, but it could be something. So expect that in the next few days. On to the next one, Super Remo. I think Silver will bribe Tori by giving her a high-paying gig as a student sensei. So you kind of agree with Melissa as well that it's possible he might bribe her. It is possible, I guess. I mean, Silver's been so crooked as it is. And as we talked about, he might have, in a sense, kind of bribed Miguel in a way if he got him to lose focus and help him get to Mexico. Because it is something I'm really wondering if that's something that might have happened. So I don't know. Silver's kind of very possible to do something like that. On to the next one from Lisa. Do you think we'll see Bobby come in and help Daniel and Chosen against Terry Silver? I don't. I don't think that's a very possibility at all, Lisa, unfortunately. There's no real way that they could do that. On to the next one. Appreciate you reading my theory. You're an awesome. P.S. The translation is something like, the lion strikes the heart of the dragon, so the mark is confirmed. Oh, yeah, it's going over that last one. Some of these I had to go through because some of the theories are on different videos, not exactly fan question videos, so... But yeah, definitely, it is very awesome, though. On to the next one from Aaron Crease Theory. Mike Barnes will show up at the Miyagi-Do, and Daniel will have fear. Daniel, I think, will have some kind of a feeling if Mike Barnes shows up, or I should say, when Mike Barnes shows up. I do think there's going to be some kind of a conflictable feeling between Daniel, because, Mike had to be one of those ones, especially with the intensity that he brought to Cobra Kai in the Karate Kid 3. I feel like that could definitely be kind of... What would you call it? How would you explain it? I don't know. I just feel like that could definitely interfere with how not just Daniel behaves, but maybe Johnny too. Johnny don't really know Mike, but knowing how it affects Daniel could bring some kind of an insight to who this person really is and why Johnny should actually care. On to the next one. Tori will visit John Kreese in jail, and he will tell her to watch her back and keep an eye on Terry Silver. If she is to visit Kreese in jail, maybe say to explain that Kreese or Silver cheated, whatever be the case. Yeah, I definitely see Silver or Kreese telling her to watch her back against Silver, because Silver's already shown that he's not loyal to anybody. If he's not loyal to Kreese, then, But there could be other morals to that we don't know. So, yes, he betrayed Kreese, but there could be something to that we don't know. I mean, maybe there's something that happened outside of the Karate Kid 3, or maybe even in the Karate Kid 3, that we just really didn't pick up on or didn't pay attention to, and that it is now being brought to light by Silver, because Silver knows, and we don't. I don't know. It's one of those puzzling things that makes you wonder why it happened the way it did. So, I don't know. Very interesting, though. On to the next one. From C19, I want to see Robbie and Kyler fight. I do too. I think that those two together would actually be a pretty epic fight, especially from how things have already progressed between the two. So I do think that's very possible we could see those two fight. On to the next one from Aaron. Anthony will ask Johnny and Robbie to teach him karate. I kind of hope so, because otherwise Anthony's got it coming for him this next season. Kenny ain't gonna let up on him, so I kind of hope so, at least for Anthony's sake, because otherwise he's got a hell of a season coming his way. On to the next one. Will Robbie join Eagle Fang Karate? I don't know. He's joined Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai now, and now it's kind of seeming like he don't want to be Cobra Kai either. So, and it's always kind of felt that way with Robbie. Like he was kind of forced to be Cobra Kai in a sense because everything going on, and he just felt like that was the only people that would accept him. And then now he knows that that's not the case. Maybe he will join Eagle Fang. Maybe. Not going to say for sure, though, because it's kind of one of those, I don't know. It is interesting, though. On to the next one. It will be interesting if Carmen is the one who convinces Robbie to go with Johnny. From D. Petrovic. It is very possible that is who will convince, Robbie to go with Johnny. But Carmen would have to talk to Robbie first, and they've never had an interaction. So, I don't know if that would play out the way... I don't know. I don't know if that could actually work or play out, because they've never really had an interaction to begin with. So maybe Robbie goes looking for Johnny and ends up running into Carmen. I don't know. It's an interesting one. But that is going to be it for this little 2-part series. There's still more fan questions to go over, but I was thinking we might do a little bit of a mixture. We might do a live and a premiere. So for these two, we'll do a premiere. For the rest of the questions I didn't get to finish, we'll do them in a live. But I hope you enjoyed nonetheless, everyone. And as always, don't forget to stay badass. And we'll see you on the next one.